Hey Internet, I figured that I owed another post since it's been probably coming up on a year since the last time we saw the little Atari synthesizer project that I was working on, but this is what it looks like now. I actually hadn't touched it in about 11 months and figured, I really should get around to putting MIDI on that. So I did, and you'll also notice that the Atari motherboard is no longer needed. I was just using that as a clock input, and now I have the CPU generating a virtual clock, which has a few advantages that I will get into on another post. But anyway, you can see on the right side of the screen the large, I believe it's 40-pin DIP package there. That's the TIA that was dug out of a non-functional Atari 2600. And a bunch of wires, of course, from that going over to the chip on the left. That's actually, this whole thing is on an evaluation board for the HCS-12. No particular reason that I chose to use that. It just happened to be what I had laying around. And then you can see the serial input from that. Well, you probably can't see the serial input, but take my word that the serial input from that is coming from the little chip, the 8-pin guy on the lower right there, which is an opto-isolator. The specs for that are, if you just search MIDI and opto-isolator, for any of you do-it-yourselfers out there, that's kind of the blessed method of getting serial data in from MIDI. And you see we have that going down here to the little MIDI cable. And then that goes back into this ESQ1 that I have set up for just this occasion. And even though I would not exactly suggest using the ESQ1 or any keyboarded instrument for playing the Atari music back, because as I may have mentioned in the last post, the notes are not evenly spaced for a musical scale. They're divided down, so they're good for kind of sound effects and that kind of thing, or if you happen to chance on the right pitch, you can do some bass lines, drum lines, that kind of thing, but not exactly like the Commodore or like the SID-based synthesizers where you can actually pick a dependable frequency. As you can see, though, there is definitely sound coming, and it sounds somewhat like somewhat Atari, right? I hope so anyway, because that's what it is. Also, you'll notice that I have implemented the register changes here. So if you don't like the quote-unquote patch you're on, you can feel free to change that also through the MIDI commands. Like I said, probably not the right instrument for everybody, but it's, if nothing else, it's always good for a little fun.